There is a story in the Washington Post this week with a headline, and I'll just read the headline and then we'll explain it. Quote, more Americans have died in car crashes since 2000 than in both world wars. And just to give you some context for that, or give you, well, that's the context, the numbers, over five, oh no, it's gone. Where did I go?
200,000, I think.
No, well, it was 500,000 actually, but what we're talking about, 624,000 people have been killed in car accidents in the United States since 2000. And that's
and right in that story is Wyoming ranks as the worst state for drunk driving.
Right.
Oh, wow.
Because if you got to live in Wyoming, you're going to get hammered.
Hammered, yeah.
We just lost Wyoming.
I just lost Wyoming. Yeah, Dick
Really
Cheney.
like
I'm not going to watch this show anymore. Thanks, Paul. Man. I look forward to him on Patreon, too. I don't know that I have a point here other than, holy shit, this is a crisis, and we should treat it as such. When almost 750,000 people die for one reason, car wrecks. And what are we doing about it? What do we care? No, I want to go faster on the highway. We know scientifically that if you're going slower,
there's less energy going. Yes.
Yeah. We know that. There's no question about that. I'm not for necessarily everybody going 25 miles an hour everywhere.
Oh, no.
I'm not saying that, but I am saying that we've gotten, I think my point with this story is we've gotten to sort of a lawlessness in the United States about driving. I can do whatever I want to do, whenever I want to do it. I can't tell you how many times I go through a 15 or a 20 mile an hour school zone and I'm doing 15 or 20 miles an hour and I'm a bozo because there are people blowing past me in a school zone.
Well,
with the lights flashing and kids walking.
Driver education.
Yes.
Like there's one of these comments in this article comparing like American drivers to German drivers. Like in Germany, you have to go to school for weeks to get a license. And like they don't just hand them out, if you have a brain.
Like candy.
Like candy, yeah. And in the US, basically everybody's like, this is my right to drive, and the test is like, so simple that you'd have to be a complete moron to fail it. Where in the US or in Germany, most people fail the test before they can get a license because it's really hard. And they educate people on speed and inertia and how to drive and how to be safe. And there's twice as many fatalities in the US as in Germany. And Germany, the Autobahn has no speed limits. So why is that? The cars are pretty much the same.
Yeah, they're paying more attention to the road. Like you notice, they don't prefer cup holders. They, like you said, they have more training. It's just a mindset. They don't sit there and hang out in the passing lane. They get out after they pass somebody. Or generally get out after they pass somebody.
Okay.
But I mean, it's I read an article. I don't know if it was it could have been last week because we were doing the movie stuff. The week before, where how has car culture infiltrated our society? Like the fact that we call them accidents, the fact that like vehicular manslaughter is like an almost nothing crime. I mean, you're gonna do time for it, but it's not like if you had accidentally axe murdered somebody, you'll get a lot more time for that. Even if it was
I don't think you could accidentally axe murder. I think an axe murder usually has some intent.
Come on, Paul. Everyone slipped and thrown an axe, haven't they?
Get the lumberjacks throwing the axe. They hit the.
It's about the same thing. If you're sitting there driving maliciously, you're not paying attention to the road, you're texting and driving, and you kill somebody, you might as well have axe murdered them. And the person who axe murdered them on purpose is going to do more time than the person who purposely ran them over and ended their lives. And then we've designed cities around it. We've excused all the pollution. I mean, cars, the way we treat them is insane in this country. And most of the world, but especially here in the US and Canada and Mexico. North America. They did it wrong.